another discussion video, because why not? It seems like this is going around a lot in the community, so I figured I'd say my piece when it comes to the Monster Hunter community and toxicity. Is a community toxic? Well, most communities have toxic people. I don't even like to use the word toxic, to be honest. But yes, most communities have really annoying people. It's true. And that doesn't exclude this one. Also, it seems like I've slowly been turning into a Monster Hunter commentary channel. I kind of like it. But, so I'm going to break this down into two different categories. So the first category, I'm going to talk about overall, what do I think about the community in general? And then the second part is going to be my experiences with the community. So, overall, what I think from the community is relatively simple. I think that for the most part, the MH community is pretty good. You know, I wouldn't say it's the most wholesome community I've experienced, but it's pretty damn good. A lot of people seem welcoming. For the most part, it depends on who you ask, to be honest. And I've met a lot of cool people in this community, and some of my best friends in the last 3 years I've met in this community. Even more so when I started becoming more of a content creator. And I love it. I really do. But, you know, there's also the bad side of the community, like any other community. So, you know, for instance, if you're a really good player, and let me break down what it means by being a good player and facing ridicule because of it. So a lot of people are good at Monster Hunter. If you play this game enough, you're going to be pretty good. If you're adept at reading monster patterns, you're going to be pretty good. There's a difference between being good at the game, and then there's specializing at being good at the game. People watch you because you're really good at the game. You're really good at speed runs, or you're really stylish. There's different, not tiers, but there's just different categories there. You know, people play in their own way. There's so many different ways to play this game, which is great. Now, most people who specialize in being really good at Monster Hunter often face some really weird backwards ridicule when it comes to their own skill. Because, as so many people have already said, well, you know, abusing things like motion values, which isn't even abusing, it's just knowledge. And for a lot of these people, knowledge is power. You know, along with putting it into practice. But that's just how they prefer to play, so why does it matter? Sometimes I feel like a lot of people feel that, sure, just because Monster Hunter is a co-op game, it should be enjoyed as a super casual co-op experience. But no, there's many different ways to play this game, which is fine. We should embrace all of that. And I'll say it again, we should embrace all of it, because we can all learn from each other. I know I have. I do some casual speedrunning, but, you know, I'm not the best player. I'm far from it. Far from it. But, you know, I don't even specialize in being good at this game. I just like building a community, and I don't know. I just like talking about Monster Hunter. And sometimes I'm good with certain weapons. Sometimes I'm good against certain matchups. But otherwise, I'm not really looking for all that attention when it comes to being quote-unquote great at Monster Hunter. So, problems like that, it's annoying. It is. So, some people will stream and people will come in and just always try to start trouble. And maybe it doesn't always come from a bad place. But something simple as just trying to measure your EPeen in the Twitch chat, nobody cares. No one cares if you're a Monster Hunter veteran either. Like, especially if no one asked for it. No one cares. And it's problems like that just makes things kind of annoying. But like I said, not everyone deals with this. It depends on how you carry yourself, honestly. And I think if you're someone who, if you let a community know that you're just not with that nonsense from the get-go, you might not face a lot of that shit. But honestly, I don't really know what else to say aside from what other people have already said. So overall, I don't think the community is toxic. Overall, no. Go to League for that shit. If you want a real toxic community, go to League or whatever the fuck. But anyway, so my issues personally stem from a number of things. So one is my sense of humor. Not everyone's gonna find me funny. I don't expect everyone to find me funny. And a lot of the time, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just being myself. And a lot of people happen to think that it's funny. Right? So, when I express myself, it can seem kind of funny to some people. That's great. But that's not why I'm here. It's not. I'm embracing that. I heavily embrace it. But, like I said, that's not my main purpose. So, what I'm trying to say is, the way I carry myself in this community, I shitpost on Twitter a lot, and I'm a very sarcastic person. And there are so many people that don't understand sarcasm. There are so many people that, you know, my gritty sense of humor, I guess. I don't really know what to call it. Whether you want to call it black humor, or black as in like, you know, because I'm African American. I don't know what to call it. I really don't. But, you know, I am a black man from New York, in the hood, just being myself. I like Monster Hunter. That's it. That's all there is to me. I like Monster Hunter, and I'm from New York. That's it. So, I'm not going to try to be someone I'm not. You know, I would never try to be that. And not everyone resonates with that. You know, and you don't have to tell me to my face directly. You don't have to tell me in a comment. Like, I just know. Okay, I can tell. And that's fine. But the problem is that when you do the things I do in this community, you're going to get a lot of pushback. And a lot of it doesn't come from a bad place. A lot of it comes from misunderstanding. And some people don't know how to get that point across. So they all come off as really dickish. Almost all the time. You know, and then I'll say something. What I'm telling you guys right now, someone would probably tell me, well, if you have to tell me that you're funny, then you're not funny. I'm not telling you I'm funny. I'm telling you that a lot of people seem to think I'm funny. But I don't think I'm funny. I don't. I don't think highly of myself that much anyway. So, you know, I do like to make people laugh. You know, but like I said, it's not something you try to do. Most comedians, which I'm not a comedian by the way, but as an example, most comedians like are just being themselves. You know, and most comedians aren't funny 24/7. People think that just because you tell jokes all the time, that's your life. No, like there's a time and place for everything, and sometimes you gotta switch into a certain mode for that kind of shit. So, you know, and then it comes down to basically because I shitpost, a lot of things I say, people don't know if I'm serious or not. And that is actually a problem I deal with in my life, in my personal life. It is so hard for people to know how I feel. It is so hard for people to know what I'm feeling. No one knows if I'm happy or if I'm sad or if I'm upset. I don't understand why. But I mean, me being sarcastic, I guess, doesn't help my situation either. But a lot of the time, I'm not being serious. If I say something that seems really wild or out of place, it's most likely a joke. And the context probably isn't there for you. So you're confused. And then what do? You probably clap back at me or you ask me a really silly question. Which is understandable. It's annoying for me, but it's understandable. I get it. I agree. And then even simply when I post something about me not liking Demo Magnamalo, and I got so much pushback for that, when I was as clear and concise as I could be about my opinion on Demo Magnamalo. Just because you know why something is the way it is, doesn't mean you have to agree. Okay? So I know why they made Demo Magnamalo ridiculous. That doesn't mean I don't like it. Because I don't. I don't like it. But I know why. I know why it is the way it is. And if you can't tell already, I have a problem with authority. I do. But like I said, I am very understanding, but I will state my opinion. And then when it comes to a lot of things that are subjective, you don't have to always make an extreme choice between one or the other. I like to look at everything from all sides. For both sides. So 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to shit on something to make something else look better. And if I do that, then I'm joking. But if you want my honest opinion about things, I will gladly tell you. So, I guess an issue with me in this community is it's not even that big. It really isn't. It's just annoying. And sometimes I vent about it because I don't have that many people to talk to personally. Or at least I don't have a lot of people I feel I can't turn to. I can turn to. I can't even talk right. But honestly, yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, sometimes I get upset and I just want to not do this anymore. Because sometimes the negativity, it just gets overwhelming for me. And really annoying. But I still love Monster Hunter, and you know, at some point I do plan to branch out from just Monster Hunter. But I'm trying to do it in a smart way. And the smartest way I know how. So yeah, I love the community, and I love everyone that I've met that I'm cool with in the community. And even if you're not cool with me, whatever. I'm glad you exist. So yeah. Thanks for listening.